Welcome to Brainitz. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use Brainitz, the benefits of it. Basically what you do, you need to go ahead and register, and you're going to register as a teacher. You've now created your account. You'll need to log in. Once you've logged in, you'll immediately come to the editing page. All you're going to do is you're going to first off create a new lesson. Then you're going to go ahead and pick your video. We're going to do chapter 14, section 2. Our new lesson was created. Next, you're going to go ahead and select a lesson. And right now, because you're going to have multiple lessons that you may want to go back and edit later on. Right now, we're going to just go ahead and take care of my first lesson. From here, you're going to go ahead and play the lesson.
Now, hello again, and this is Kurt Knox. Hopefully with a little more hair. It's been a week. I've been using Rogaine, so we'll check back in on that later on.
Now, as you can see, this is actually my brother Kurt, teaches out in California. He records a lot of his lessons and puts them online. Now, with Brainitz, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to pause your lessons that you create and insert questions throughout the video. Hit OK, select the different type of question that you want to use. I'm just going to go for a multiple choice question. And my brother is using blank. Now, of course, Kurt is using Rogaine. I'm going to go ahead and select that as the correct answer. You'll notice that it'll tell you that the question is correctly inserted here. And it'll also tell you that at 8.3199 seconds into the video, it has a probe. Now, if you didn't like the probe and you wanted to go ahead and delete that, just right-click right here, and then it'll give you the opportunity to delete the question. We don't want to delete that. We want the question to come up, so we're going to leave that. Hit play.
Chapter 14, Section 2. This is a mistake. It's not Chapter 13, Section 2. Read in the book, Chapter 14, Section 2, pages 563 through 560.
Now, we're going to go ahead and insert a probe again. And right there is successfully inserted. We're just going to stick with multiple choice number 4. You should have read what chapter? There is number 14. You're going to hit OK. Lets us know that it was successfully inserted, and we've got the second probe there. When we go ahead, if we want to go ahead and take a look at how the students will view this, go to the student selection. This is exactly how the students will be able to see this. The student will select which video, because presumably you will have more lessons that you will record and assign for students.
Hello again, and this is Kurt Knox. Hopefully with a little more hair. It's been a week. I've been using Rogaine, so we'll check back in on that later on.
And the question comes up. If you were not paying attention and you did not realize Kurt was using Rogaine, you might select glasses. Maybe you couldn't see that he wasn't wearing glasses. And when that happens, it says that you clearly were not paying attention. As a student, you hit then OK, and it will take you back to the beginning of the video.
Hello again, and this is Kurt Knox. Hopefully with a little more hair. It's been a week. I've been using Rogaine, so we'll check back in on that later on. You should.
Now, what this gives you as a student, the opportunity to rewatch the information that you did not understand the first time, or maybe that you simply missed. When you watch it again, you now realize, oh yeah, my brother is actually using Rogaine.
Click on Rogaine. In the book, Chapter 14, Section 2. This is a mistake. It's not Chapter 13, Section 2. Read in the book, Chapter 14, Section 2, pages 563 through 569.
Now you'll notice the video pauses once again, and it asks what chapter you should have read. Now, as we all saw, you should have read chapter 14. But if you were not paying attention, you click chapter 13, it will not take you back to the beginning of the video. It will take you back till just after the last correct answer.
And what are their functions?
Now, you'll notice over here, I just recently hit pause. A student can hit the pause button at any time to allow them, if they need to, stop for any given second. But the student cannot fast forward the video. That is intentional, so that way the student has to watch the entire video in order to get to the questions. Whenever they're ready to resume the video, they just hit resume.
So you're going to learn about the parts of the blood and what.
And again, can pause it at any given time. As a teacher, you can simply go back to the teacher page and then add in more probes into the video as you might like. Now, once you are done, we are going to assume that we only wanted to add in 2 questions here just at the beginning of the video. It automatically saves for you and you can head home. Once you have done that, it is done. Your video is up and ready for students to watch. Now, as a student, when your student is ready to watch this video, all they simply need to do initially is they'll need to log in. They register as a student and hit OK. Once that, they have created their account, which you only need to do one time. Matt will simply select which video he wants to watch, and when he does,
hello again, and this
it'll look the exact same way.
With a little more hair. It's been a week. I've been using Rogaine, so we'll check back in on that later on.
And for now, as you can see, Matt will see the exact same thing that we saw as a teacher as we were creating it. Matt will either get the question right or wrong, and if he gets it wrong, it will kick him back. At this point,
you should have read in the book.
We'll pause that for a second and hit home. The student will now have the opportunity to save the video for additional to be completed at another time if they want, or they can just exit out. Thank you for watching, and Brainitz is as simple as that.